Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, What are you doing?
That's more like it.
What? Welcome to another episode of Things People Say About Black Ops 3 Zombies. Last time, I asked you guys what is your favorite thing about the Eisendrache. And we're going to be talking about what you guys said on the last episode in today's video. If you don't know what this series is, basically what I do is I take your comments on the previous Things People Say episode and I talk about them and spotlight them in the next episode. Let's get right into it. Steve Heish says, my favorite thing about the Eisendrache? Watching YouTubers struggle to come to a consensus as how to pronounce the name. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the voice now, but what's the problem here? You don't like how people pronounce it? You don't like how I pronounce it? I know exactly how it's supposed to be pronounced. You ready? This is how it's supposed to be pronounced. Eisendrache. At least that's how I want to pronounce it. Dakota says, I absolutely love the upgradable bows. It brought me back to the Black Ops 2 times with Origins. When you actually think about it, guys, it's been literally like 3 years since Origins, so I could definitely see some people feeling nostalgic towards those days from this map, which is very, very cool. I've been wanting to say a lot, though, that I dislike the fact that the bows are basically like the staves in a way. Like, literally, Treyarch is kind of, taking that whole formula from Origins and putting that into Eisendrache. Whether or not that actually works well or not, I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. You guys already kind of know my thoughts on that. But I hope this is the last map that does that. I really, really do hope this is sort of the conclusion to that Origins formula with the Wonder Weapon. But of course, though, it is really fun. I love the bows. They're awesome to use. They're just great. They're awesome. Hedro says, my favorite thing is that we can hear the original zombie storyline shift massively as the new conversation between Dr. Groff and Richtofen unfolds while we play. Also, hearing Dr. Groff yell, Richtofen, never gets old. That is certainly true. Every single time you're playing this map, you just hear, Richtofen, what are you doing? Richtofen, Richtofen, Richtofen! But seriously though, I do love how the zombie storyline has sort of done like a complete 180 in terms of what Richtofen is trying to do here, in terms of the moon and blowing up the Earth storyline. Sort of the opposite. The contrast is really cool, and I really love what Treyarch's doing here. SMX says the storyline and the Easter eggs in Eisendrache were the best things about it. Oh my god. It was truly a classic zombies map at its core, with the return of a lot of great mechanics. We got to see the return of a character from BO1's and WA's storyline, Dr. Groff, which was just insane, and he played a big part in the map as well. We saw Samantha's freaking bedroom, just crazy on its own. I also loved how the golden rod we worked so hard to get in Call of the Dead was just casually in a rocket on this map. Lol. Last but certainly not least, the ending. 2 words can only describe it. Holy SMR. I didn't expect such a mind-boggling ending for a first map. Overall, Treyarch killed it story-wise. I agree completely. Just everything they did in this map storyline-wise was awesome. It was incredible. Like, I love the Easter egg to death. I love, like I said before, how it was a contrast from the moon Easter egg and how it sort of made the zombie storyline come full circle in a way. And just what's especially interesting is thinking about the next maps moving forward. If this Easter egg was this amazing, what are the next Easter eggs going to be like? What is the next Easter egg in DLC 2 going to be compared to Eisendrache? And honestly, I think it's going to get better from here. I honestly think it will, especially with the hopefully new attributes that are going to be put into place in the new maps that are coming. Topshot says, my favorite thing about the map is when people camp, then the Panzer comes and they start to scream, Panzer, Panzer! And I love this comment so much because I made a video sort of about this titled The Camper. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It has my good friend Jonathan Popplewell doing a commentary on what the Panzer is and what the campers are doing when the Panzer comes. And just overall though, the Panzer, even though I kind of hate the fact that they reused him in this map, it is really, really fun sometimes when you're camping with your friends or you think you're doing really, really good in a game with your friends and he just comes out of nowhere and completely destroys your game and everyone's just screaming in the lobby. And just, I love the Panzer to an extent. I love him and hate him at the same time. It's sort of love-hate relationship going on there. Grimm says, my favorite thing about the map was the moon blowing up. This had me laughing as I was so hyped for Moon 2.0 and Treyarch just gave us the middle finger. Great videos, by the way, keep it up. Thank you, Grimm. But yeah, I love the fact that everyone was saying for so long, we're gonna get Moon 2.0, we're gonna get Moon DLC in Black Ops 3. I don't know whether or not that's still possible or not, but I think it's just hilarious how the first DLC, they literally destroy the moon, and everyone was expecting Moon to come back. So I don't know what's gonna happen now with that theory. but that is really, really funny. Andrew says, my favorite thing about Eisendrache is how this map perfectly blends all the features of previous maps into one epic map. It's got that old nostalgic feel as a map, but it plays like Origins with a little Mob of the Dead into the mix. However, I'm quite disappointed that there was nothing too innovative with the map. Most of the features we have already seen. Would have been nice to see something like a new perk or like your Pack-a-Punch effect video. Hopefully the next DLC will bring something new to the table while we enjoy playing Eisendrache. Like I said before, guys, I really do think that this map was sort of like a finale to our Origins formula of maps, right? So like all these systems that we've had, coming into fruition over the past, games and so on and so forth, it all kind of ends in this formula on this map. It all just kind of comes together in one epic map, like this comment is saying here. And I honestly do believe that the next map will feel a lot different from Eisendrache. I feel like this map was sort of like an ending to all those previous systems, and while at the same time I kind of hate the fact that a lot of these systems were reused, it did come together in one great way to hopefully send off all these systems into one last awesome map. Alright, so that's about it for this episode, guys. Thank you guys so much for all the comments on the previous episode. And for the next episode, tell me in the comments below, this is a really, really good one actually, tell me in the comments below what you want the next wonder weapon to be. Because we've had all these wonder weapons with all these different elements and stuff. What is something that we haven't seen or something that you want to see in DLC 2? What is your perfect wonder weapon for DLC 2 that you want? Tell me in the comments below what you want to see in terms of wonder weapons, and I will see you guys on the next Things People Say. Have a good one.